Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are well and taking care of yourselves. I go by the name of Gazi on all social media platforms. And yeah man, on today's video, why do I sound so soft? But I am, like, I speak softly, but I'm trying to speak louder. My voice is loud, but I do speak softly. So on today's video, I'm going to be talking about the electricity just went down. Okay. Yeah, so on today's video I'm going to be talking about how to apply for government jobs, or how I apply for government jobs rather, like giving you tips and tricks. So I usually watch Jennifer. Yeah, I think that's the lady I first saw everything when I was starting to apply for government jobs. I studied public administration and industrial psychology. So I studied B.Admin at the University of the Western Cape. So what I do is every Friday I try to download the vacancy circular on DPSA. I don't know what does DPSA stand for. Put it down below. But you just search for DPSA and then you go to their website and then you scroll down and then they have like vacancy circular. And then you click on that. But hopefully I'll show like a screen recording of that. And then they have like every Friday, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're on the 10th or 9th one. I don't know whether tomorrow the video will be posted, because tomorrow is Human Rights Day. So I don't know whether they'll post it on Human Rights Day or not, since it's a holiday, but I highly doubt that they're gonna post it tomorrow. So what I do is I try to check it every Friday, and then I apply for jobs that I'm mostly interested in. But the jobs that I mostly apply for are administration clerk, registry clerk, like anything to do with administration. I'm happy that public administration wasn't my first choice, but I'm happy that I got to do it, because like I can apply throughout all the departments. It can be any department as long as it's administration. I recently had an assessment with the Western Cape government, and I think it's the Department of Health, and it was administration clerk support. It was for a position of administration clerk support. I had even forgotten one thing about them, like you can apply now, they reply after 6 months, because I think I applied last year around July. Yes, I applied last year around July. I even had to search. I was like, is this a scam? And then I searched, and then I checked, I logged in. I was like, yes, I did truly apply, because I applied for it online. Yeah, it wasn't via post office or email. I had to like go on the portal or the link and then apply on their website. So okay, what was I saying before I got? Yeah, you can apply for administration posts. So what I do is I wrote points, because I usually talk a lot. So I already mentioned that you DPSA every Friday, download the vacancy circular and check through it. And always, what I do, I always write down the department. So I write down the department: Department of Health, Department of Agriculture, Department of Public Works, and Office of the Chief Justice. Like I always, or maybe just take screenshots. If you see something that you're interested in, you take the screenshots. You take the screenshot of the departments and the closing dates. And because I usually like the first top part, it tells you it's the department, they tell you stuff about the Z83 form, must fill in the Z83 form, they tell you the closing date, they tell you how you apply for the post, whether you're gonna apply via email or apply through the link or apply via post or hand deliver. But I would advise you, if you're able to hand deliver your application, or if you live close by, just hand deliver your application. I remember last year there was an internship and I was around Pretoria. Internship, there's this I forgot the name of the department, but if you know Pretoria, there's a mall, it's close to a mall, and at that mall I think it's close to a mall. And then yeah, I forgot, I think I'll put the name of the department somewhere on the screen, hopefully. I went there and then I submitted my application physically. But I think before that I had also submitted an application online. They had like this online system, and then I filled in everything and then I submitted my application. But I think it's because I submitted physically, because some other guy was helping me out. The guy that works there was helping me out, and he was like, no, your CV has to, because on my CV I just wrote industrial psychology and public administration. I didn't write all the modules I did during my final year. You're supposed to have all the modules, like on your CV, write down all the modules you did during your final year. Don't just write maybe public administration or industrial psychology or politics or like whatever major you did. Write all of the modules you did on your final year on your CV. So that guy was like, you're supposed to do it like that. So I changed my CV and like, edit your CV, send it to me, or I'll edit it for you. And he helped me out quite a lot. I think that's why I got invited. I got invited for the assessment, like online. Obviously, you complete the assessment online. But it was when it was during voting. I think it was during voting when the GNU thing happened. When did the GNU thing happen? Was it last year or 2023? Okay, but I think I applied for the internship last year. It was last year. Okay, so I mentioned like list down the department, write down the reference. Don't forget to write down the reference because you need the reference on your Z83 form. You need the reference when you're emailing, like if you're gonna, the email, the subject line of the email has to have the reference. So you need to write down the reference, write down the email address so that when you apply, it's easy for you. And when you fill out your Z83 form, you know you're gonna fill out your Z83 form, you already have all the information. You don't have to go like back and forth, going reviewing the vacancy circular and then going like just do everything all at once. And it's also nice to write down. I find it easier for me when I write things down and then do it and then just tick it off. If I applied for it, tick it off. That's how I do it. What else? Yeah, make sure you download the circular as early as possible. Jennifer Numalo likes to call the job low-hanging fruit, because they also have, I think, customer service jobs, and those are like the low-hanging fruit. And even administration clerk, because sometimes they don't require experience, or they just require you to have your matric. They don't require you to even have a tertiary qualification. Like you don't need to study public administration or whatever. If you have it, it's an advantage. So most of the time those are low-hanging fruit, and those are most of the time what I apply for, because I don't have any like experience in administration or all of that. So I applied for administration clerk position, registry clerk, customer care officer, what is the other one? But they also have call center positions, like there's a lot, data capturer, typing, personal assistant. But sometimes the personal assistant one requires you to have, like it requires you to have experience. Yeah, I think it requires you to have experience. Anyway, moving right along, because I don't want to make this video too long, try to download it as early as possible. Maybe the Friday that it was posted, or over the weekend or Monday. Just try to download, but it's fine anytime you download. It's just that the closing date, you might find that the closing date is sooner and you don't have enough time to prepare your things. And sometimes you have to send it via post office. So the post office takes a while, unless you do a fast mail, or like so that your mail can go quicker. But if it's email, then it's fine. Or if you apply via the link, then it's fine. But sometimes you also have trouble on the link and you have to email them and say you're having trouble logging in or whatsoever. Like you can come across some obstacles, so the earlier the better, so that you can know, the earlier the better, so that you can know if you have a problem, you have enough time to fix it before the closing date. You have enough time to fix it, to apply before the closing date. That's what I'm trying to say. And yeah, what else did I want to say? Okay, so I would say also, this is a tip, like my positions that I like to apply for, like they almost have like the similar skills that are required. So you just list down the list down the jobs that you like applying for. You'll see a pattern when you apply, which jobs do you mostly apply for or do you mostly qualify for. I saw a pattern that, okay, I like administration clerk, registry clerk, like those type of jobs, and customer care and all of that. So I list down the skills, the similar skills that they have, and then when I see, okay, these ones have similar skills, and then I tailor my CV towards that, to tailor my CV according to that, like according to those skills, because I know, so that I don't have to constantly like make a new CV every time I apply for these kinds of posts, so that I just know, okay, it aligns with, and then I check, well, okay, the skills that I have in my CV are the skills that are mentioned on the actual post. So yeah, I think that's just a tip. It's something I do. I don't know if it will work for you, but you can try it. And then, or you can just continue making a new CV for every application. And I also make my CVs with Canva. I make my CV with Canva, but I also use Word, because Word also has like those CV, cover letter. Yeah, I use those templates. They have CV templates and cover letters. So you can use Canva, or you can use Word. You can use any template you use really, but just make sure that it's neat, and I don't know, the font. Yeah, just make sure that it's neat and the font is similar throughout, because I was watching this other YouTube video and the person was giving tips and saying just make sure that the font is like, you don't have 12 Arial and then you have cursive, what are the fonts, guys? I don't know them, but yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. And then have your location. Or Jennifer Mumala was saying it's not necessary to have your address on the CV, because sometimes you want to apply for a post that is in Johannesburg and you're in KZN, or want to apply for a post that is in KZN and you're in the Eastern Cape. Like, sometimes it's better to not put your address, because maybe they might not consider you because of the distance, but they consider everyone, but they might choose someone that is closer compared to someone that is far away. So, but I highly advise that just put your location. If you're in Johannesburg, just say Johannesburg, Gauteng. You don't have to put your whole address in there. And then if you are in Durban, just say Durban, KZN. I do that with my CV, with most of my CVs, because I'm moving around a lot. So I have my Eastern Cape CV, I have my Johannesburg CV, I have my KZN CV, because I'm everywhere all the time. Like, I hate it for myself, but like, it's circumstances, you know. And then what else did I want to say? I hope this video is not too long, and I hope the lighting is fine, because electricity is gone and I don't have lights. I'm using the flashlights. Anyway, some of the assessment questions, usually the assessment for administration check, like they want to check your skills when it comes to Microsoft Office or Excel, your Microsoft Word, your organization skills. Like, they ask you certain things and they want to see that you pay attention to detail. So they're gonna mostly have maybe the same email address, and they're gonna be like, which email address matches this one. It's a multiple choice most of the time. And then like they want to see if you pay attention to detail. Most of the questions, they just want to see if you pay attention to detail, and also they want to see how good are you with your Microsoft Word, how good are you with Excel. So they ask you Excel related questions, like Microsoft Office related questions. The recent assessment I had with the Western Cape Government Department of Health was basically assessing me on, like what I just said, attention to detail, and also my Microsoft Office skills. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to complete that assessment, but it does get submitted automatically. It does. The questions you answer do get submitted, and yeah. And then also the internship one. But the internship one I had, they asked mostly questions related to the department and related. It wasn't necessarily testing my Microsoft Office skills or my I don't want to say attention to detail skills, because it's paying attention to detail skill. Maybe it is like my focus. I don't know, guys. I don't know how to put it. Forgive me. Maybe it's this makeup look today. I just felt like something different. Like, I didn't feel like playing it safe. I feel like playing it safe. Anyway, I'll just insert screenshots of some of the assessments I took. And I had also gotten an interview, but I was still a student in 2022. I'd gotten an interview with the National Youth Development Agency with the Western Cape Government. They had like I think it was an internship, I'm not sure, but they wanted people who are already done with their studies, and I was doing my final year, and they were like, "You're doing your final?" I was like, "Yes." They wanted people who had already completed because I had an interview. I think that's why maybe they never called me back, because they wanted someone who was already done with their studies. Anyway, Yeah, I had already mentioned the advantage you have as a public administration student is that you can apply throughout the departments because you did like it's public administration. You can apply throughout all the departments really. And then yeah, that is all guys. If you have any questions about if you have any questions relating to how to apply for government jobs, and yeah, just let me know down below. I haven't been employed. I'm also still applying. I haven't been employed, but I've had like assessment. I've been invited to assessments, and also, but it was only, let me not been invited to assessment. It was only 2 assessments, and I've had 1 interview. That was the only interview I had. So hopefully I'll have another interview because they said if they don't reply within 2 months, so I'm still waiting. But because I didn't complete the because I ran out of time. The assessment was timed. Some assessments are timed, some are not. So I ran out of time. So I don't know, okay guys, I don't know. Pray for me that they invite me for an interview, but it's in another province, so I'm gonna have to be like, I'm gonna have to move again. But if it's for a job, then I would definitely do it. If I'm guaranteed I'm gonna get the job, then I would definitely do it. But even if I'm not gonna get the job, I would go for the experience and to experience what it's like being interviewed. Because my first time was online, and yeah. What else did I want to say? I think that's all I wanted to say. If you have any questions, put them down below. If you would like me to make content that is relating to government jobs, more content relating to government jobs, like this post, comment, subscribe, do what you have to do, and yeah. And I hope this was informative. Like, let me know, drop an emoji. I speak emoji language. Like, when I comment on people's posts, I just comment with an emoji. So do emoji language, whatever. Just